We spawned here, we was born here, we chose to come here for a reason. And it was to experience life.
Have you decided they all wanna call like which one the baddest? I feel like a farm around stacking my cabbage. I ain't worried about now, I don't get my broccoli. If I was bro, they wouldn't ride for me. Now all of a sudden they ride for me. Hey.
So the title of this video is just in case you forgot why you came here. And I titled this video that because that's what's kind of on my mind today. Is I'm seeing a lot of people sort of checking out mentally, right? They forgetting why we came here, or you may be forgetting why you came here if you click this video, and they believe that we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that. And I was just in that whole idea and thought process as well not too long ago. But then I realized, or I remembered, we spawned here, we was born here, we chose to come here for a reason. We did, and it was to experience life. It was to experience the material and physical realm, which means what? Which means that this is a game. This whole thing is a landfill. It's a game that we get to play on. There is no rules. There is no bounds. All right. And that's the thing about society, is to try to keep you inside these bounds and these rules. Now, if you somebody that you want to keep playing within them, then go ahead. Well, to be honest, all of us have to play within it, because it's a part of the material and physical world. When we talk about, by the way, I just want to, before I even, because I'll be going all over the place. So just because we have to play in it doesn't mean we have to be fully in it. We can have one foot in and one foot out, up until the point where we maybe just have all of our feet out. The material or the physical, or, you know, what we call the matrix, right? Everybody talk about breaking out of the matrix and the matrix this, but what you'll realize is that the matrix is literally just the physical or the material plane. You see, we have money and we got to pay bills for a reason. It's all part of the game that we plan on. Trading was going to become a thing regardless. And money just happened to be the thing that we decided to use as a rule for trading, right? As a resource for trading. But we was always going to have to be working to get things, to trade for other things, all based on what it is that you want. Now, we do need to have money to pay bills for a house. Yeah. We do need to get up and go do things in order to survive, basically, to have these luxuries like a house, lights, gas, water, all of that. But I want you to understand that it is all a part of the game of the material and physical realm. And that's not to have any dread about it, but it's to understand that there's nothing but opportunity here for you to play the game. Once you just become aware of this, you able to start playing a game from a different awareness. And through that different awareness, you're able to play the game better. Now, it's when you think you're a victim of everything going on around you that you start to think there is no hope, right? That you can't do anything, that you can't change nothing. This is what I was just happened to be born into. Now, we got certain things that, you know, we was born into, like physical, illnesses or problems that we have to deal with, which is unfortunate. But for the most part, a lot of the things that we was born into, a lot of the situations that we dealing with currently, if you in a situation right now where you want to change it, no, you have the power to change it. Even if, right, I don't know what you might be going through, but even right now, if it seems almost impossible, or you know that you can get out of it, but everything you will have to do to get out of it, you just like, man, I don't want to have to go through and do all of that. I want to tell you that you have the power. You have full power to get out of your situation. You do. I believe in you. I believe that you can do it because I know your power. So it's not until we get out of this victim mindset of things that's happening to us, and then remembering, hey, this is all a game, and we are a part of this game, and we have just as much power as to getting into these situations as we do to get out of whatever situations we in. You really got to take control of your life. You really got to take control of who you are, your mindset, how you treat others, how you think about yourself. You got to take control of all of those things, right? Because that's how you play the game. But that's how you also win the game, and you start living from a place of abundance. Because that's all we want to do, right? Get out of scarcity, get out of lack. All of those things is mindsets. All of those things are mindsets. And you hop into those type of mindsets when you forget why you came here. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people be wondering, like, why am I here? Why did I come here? You came here to experience. exactly what you experiencing. That does not mean that everything you experience is going to be a joyful experience. That wasn't the point. The point here was to come to experience life and everything that it has to offer. And if you're able to switch your mind state around from those things that you didn't want to happen, and instead and thinking that you only supposed to be having these joyful experiences and these super high dopamine experiences, life is just supposed to be super happy-go-lucky. That wasn't the point of why you came here. And you now you might say, well, why would I come here to experience other stuff? Because it's only through the lens of our minds as humans that we gon' interpret a certain thing as bad or good. So you can interpret something as a bad experience or a good experience, but God, where we come from, energetically, vibrational, higher realms, they don't view everything the same way. We don't view everything the same. We don't view things the same way as when we in our human skin, basically. All of the experiences that you go through, if you're able to look at it as you experience in life, whatever it is, and you're not looking at yourself as a victim or damn, how does this have to happen to me, or damn, I got to go through this. Obviously certain things that we really don't want to go through, like, I ain't got to name anything, but yeah, whatever that is for you. However, when we're able to look at this a whole reason why we came here is to experience everything life has to offer, then it makes it a bit better. It's just like, okay, that's part of the experience. And the thing is, your mindset is what helps make this better. This whole thing, your mindset, right, is understanding that you are abundant. And any time that you're not experiencing any super, bad situation, you can be in the energy. You can be in whatever vibration you really want to be in, whether that's feeling love, whether that's feeling, joy. You do have the power to put yourself in those energetic states. Now, it is certain times where you're just going to be feeling certain types of ways, and that's okay too, because we're here to experience the whole of everything. All right. So those times where you just need to let yourself flow with whatever you feeling, because you're feeling that way for some reason. Honestly, it's the reason why you feeling whatever it is that you feeling. So that's not to discredit any of the, other emotions and saying that we just need to be on these super high vibrations all of the time. No, that's not it. But you just have to have an understanding that part of life that you go through, you got to have that make up the full life. You got the part that you can control. I'm going to put that part on the right side. You got the part that you can control and what you have say over. And that's a good amount of things, more than probably what you think. And then, that splits half of life. And then the other half is what God wants to experience through you. And in those instances, things are going to be happening around you. Things are going to be happening to you. That's okay. It's all about the mindset that you can have as you're going through whatever it is that you're going through. Right. When you're looking at it from a victim mind state and believing that you should not experience these things, that's when we get into an issue. It's like we resisting. You are resisting arrest. I don't know why I said arrest, but that's what's going on. So I was just thinking about what's the best video I can make today, like just overall, what's the most impactful message I can deliver today. And while this channel is pretty much all about self-love, acceptance, and abundance, that is what my messages all come back to, is giving yourself self-love, acceptance, and abundance, so you can just be living your most in your comfortable skin. You can be living internally in your most comfortable self, which will reflect to your outside world and bring it all back to you. See, you can flow a life pretty easy. It's just about learning how to flow with yourself. It's about surrendering to the fact that you don't have control as well, which means life will happen to you. Life. But it's beautiful though. It's beautiful because it's all about the experience that you get. Like if nothing happened, it would be boring, right? If nothing happened that you didn't want to happen or that you couldn't foresee, it'll be boring right now. I know going into the unknown is a little unscary, but I want to tell you that you're going to always be okay. You need to go into things with more of an open headspace or open arms, not less so restricted, but like just letting yourself fly, float, experience, dive into whatever it is that you're interested in doing. If you're working at a job right now and you tired of working at a job, you like, dang, I hate this life I'm living right now. And you waking up and you can't even put yourself in self-love, acceptance, and abundance because you think so much about how you hate how your life is. That's okay that you're thinking that way. Change it. Do what you can to change it. Look at all of your interests. I really think right now content creation is a good way for people to start making strides. Recently, I just been seeing YouTube or just content creation in general, but for me, definitely YouTube in a whole different way, because you can be who you are. You can do whatever it is that you are interested in doing outside your job. You can make content out of that and post that up, and you can start potentially getting paid from it. And not only that, you can find a community around it. We are all consumers. So I don't think it's really going to be no shortage of people that's going to watch y'all videos. All y'all got to do is find an audience. The audience is there. It's basically just connecting with the people that you're supposed to be connecting to this whole time. If you don't like your situation, do what you can to get out of it. And I know that's easier said than done. It's like, well, what do I do? Is all these things that I could possibly try to get into, or maybe I can get into that career now because it's too late. Stop thinking from that mind state if you are. All right, this whole world is yours. No matter what it is going to take for you to do what you got to do, weigh out the pros and cons, weigh out what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do. I mean, what you're not willing to do, how much you really want to stay in your current predicament, and just understand that you have the power to make your life what you want it to be. And you can do that by going for whatever you want on the outside. And you can do that. And you can also do that by changing the way you see yourself and see the life of the world around you from an inner state. You do both of them and you really you floating. But doing either one of these will help you out. But you got to change something. Either you're going to change your outside environment by going out and doing until you get yourself out of that position, or you're going to start to change your inside and changing how you seeing things around you, change how you seeing yourself, start giving yourself self-love, abundance, and appreciation. Right. And then that's going to automatically magnetize everything that you want to you. That's for your higher good. That's the route I decided to take. Or really, for me, is like you want to mix both of them together. So you want to be so magnetic internally and so calm internally and not feeling like a victim, knowing you got full power over this reality, well, half of it, right? But knowing what your power is, understanding that you are an energetic and vibrational being, and you creating your life through the thoughts that you think and what you are not aware of. You not being aware of certain things is what's causing you more friction than anything. You not being aware of your power. You not being aware that you should be loving yourself, accepting yourself, right? Which means not harping on mistakes, not harping on guilt, not harping on the past things that you did. And that will help yourself to step in abundance and understand that you are abundant just by being here alive. A life is way more abundant than any object would ever be, or any lifestyle. A life is way more abundant than that. What do you think God cares more about? Do you think God cares more about you? Or do you think God cares more about a Lamborghini or a house? What do you think God cares more about? Exactly. So these things that you want, they were put here for you to enjoy, or for us to create for each other to enjoy, right? And you can enjoy that. You can have that. You really can. I believe you can. I'm not going to say that everybody can have that. Technically, everybody can, but they need to understand these principles, and not everybody going to go through their life understanding these principles. Not everybody going to go through life with the same mindset that you can evolve yourself to have, or it's not even evolve really, it's shift yourself to have, because it's not a level thing. It's really more of a sideways thing. It's to shift. It's like to just change the lens or the octave of what you're running on, the operation that you're running on. All it take for you to completely change your world around really is a shift in the way that you're thinking. That can shift your whole reality just right there. If you're at a job right now, you got to work. You've been working for years on years and years. That's all you knew is to get up and get it. You know what I mean? Go to work a 40-hour job, work a 40-hour-a-week job. That's not really a career, but it's a job. It's getting the bills paid, and you tired of it. You just feeling like a victim. Know that you have a lot of choices to change your life. I mean, dive into your interests. Dive into the things that you're interested in. Oh, I'm not interested in nothing, man. You better find something. It's a lot of things out in this world to be interested about, right? And you ain't got to do nothing super interesting either. Whatever you're interested in does not have to be super interesting. I can guarantee you it's people out here that like exactly whatever it is that you like. Hop on social media. Start something around that. Start getting into something around that. Or just look for a career that you might be interested in. Right? Now, I know that route right there. That wouldn't take a lot of time. I mean, all of them kind of take a decent amount of time, right? But certain careers you got to go to college for a certain amount of time, and you don't really want to be wasting all that time thinking you're gonna do something that you don't want to do. But this is why it's important for you to know yourself. You got to peel back all the layers of what people put on you, and you got to just get back to you. And a lot of that's gonna happen when you start showing yourself more self-love, acceptance, which is just appreciating yourself and just thinking more of yourself. Like, just how you see yourself is just so important. Because once you realize how important you actually are, you start to realize that, okay, so that means the things that I'm interested in do matter. So what am I actually really interested in? Don't let society throw you to the side because you're not exactly what fits into the mainstream or what everybody else is so much into. We got this big herd mentality thing going around. And so just because what you're doing might not be the popular thing doesn't mean it's still not something of what's the word I want to look for? Something great, or something of that has merit to it. I don't know which word I'm trying to use, but I guess y'all get what I'm trying to say with that. The truth is, people like things because other people like them. So a lot of the herd mentality, they really just follow in a certain type of way because that's what other people are doing. It's not even so much because they like it. So don't be afraid of your own individuality. Don't be afraid to be you, because when you really start to just be you and accept all of you for what you are and whatever you like, is when you're going to really start living a life that's worth living because it's true to you. So that's what I would tell you, just in case you forgot why you came here.